Okay, so have you ever imagined like software that can update itself
Oh, yeah.
and like learn from its errors and get smarter over time?
Yeah, like,
It's like that's like the mind-blowing potential of self-evolving LLMs.
right.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah, this is cool stuff.
So we have this fantastic article from Geeky Gadgets, how self-evolving LLMs could change everything in AI. It was
Hmm.
published just a few days ago on November 24th, 2024.
Wow, so new.
It is brand new and it dives deep into the world of AI that learns on its own.
Yeah, it's like almost like science fiction.
It really is.
Um, to to understand why this is such a big deal,
Yeah.
I think we should define what self-evolving LLMs actually are.
Yeah, for sure.
So these are AI models that can actually update themselves with new information
Wow.
without needing that expensive and time-consuming retraining process that traditional LLMs require.
So crazy. It's huge.
So instead of like waiting for a software update, like my phone's operating system
Right.
could just learn and improve on its own.
Exactly. It's like constantly downloading a patch in the background.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
And the industry is clearly taking notice.
Yeah, I bet.
The company Writer, which has developed these self-evolving LLMs,
Okay.
is now valued at a staggering $2 billion.
Wow.
That kind of valuation suggests that this isn't just a passing trend,
For sure.
but potentially a major shift in the AI landscape.
That's a massive amount of money.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think this could trigger like an investment rush with more startups jumping on this self-evolving LLM bandwagon?
It's certainly possible this kind of success often attracts attention and investment.
Right.
If other companies can replicate or even improve upon Writer's model, we could see a rapid acceleration in the development and adoption of this technology.
That would be incredible.
It would.
That would make AI development so much more accessible,
Totally.
wouldn't it? The article talks about how these self-evolving LLMs could significantly cut down the cost
Yeah.
and resources needed for AI.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right now, developing and training sophisticated AI models is a resource-intensive process,
I can imagine.
often requiring massive data sets and powerful computing infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
Self-evolving LLMs could change that, making AI development more feasible.
Wow.
For smaller businesses, individual developers and researchers who don't have access to those kinds of resources.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, it really is.
It could really democratize the field of AI.
Uh-huh.
Now, the article mentioned something called a memory pool,
Yes,
which sounds pretty technical.
it does.
Can you break that down for us?
Sure.
And explain how it contributes to these LLM ability to learn and adapt?
It's actually a fascinating concept.
Mhm.
Imagine, if you will, a vast library within the AI structure.
Okay.
Each interaction, each piece of data it processes,
Mhm.
is like a book being added to that library.
I like that.
That's essentially what the memory pool is.
Okay.
A dynamic repository of experiences and knowledge that the LLM can continuously access and learn from.
So it's not just passively storing data.
No,
It's actively using that information to improve its performance over time.
precisely by referencing his memory pool.
Yeah.
The LLM can draw connections between past experiences and current tasks,
Wow.
refining its responses and even anticipating future needs.
So, okay, if I ask it to write a poem today, and then I ask it to write a song tomorrow, it could potentially use what it learned
Yeah.
from the poem to create the song.
Exactly.
It's almost like it's developing its own unique style.
That's a great analogy. The memory pool allows the LLM to develop a sense of continuity
Wow.
and build upon its previous experiences,
That's wild.
leading to more sophisticated and nuanced outputs.
Now, there's an embedded YouTube video in this article titled, "The Singularity is Here. LLMs are now self-evolving." It's a pretty bold claim.
It is.
What are your thoughts on that?
Right.
Are we truly on the verge of the singularity where AI surpasses human intelligence?
Well, the singularity is a complex and often debated concept.
Right.
While self-evolving LLMs represent a significant leap forward, it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of development.
Okay, so the idea of AI becoming self-aware and exceeding human capabilities might still be a ways off.
That's right. While these models can learn and adapt in impressive ways,
Yeah.
they still operate within the boundaries defined by their programming and the data they're exposed to.
Okay.
True singularity would imply a level of consciousness and independent thought that we haven't yet observed
Right.
or fully understood.
So it's not quite time to panic about a robot uprising just yet.
Not exactly. However,
Yeah.
even though we're not at the singularity,
Uh-huh.
the rapid pace of advancement in AI does raise important questions about the future.
Like, what happens when these self-evolving LLMs become even more sophisticated?
Yeah,
What are the potential implications of this technology? That's something I think we should explore further.
absolutely. And that's where the conversation gets really interesting.
Okay.
The article hints at some potential applications, especially within businesses.
Oh, really? It mentions that self-evolving LLMs are already being beta tested for enterprise applications. That means businesses are figuring out how to actually use these models in the real world.
Yeah.
Which is pretty exciting.
It is. Imagine a world where AI can seamlessly integrate with business operations,
Okay.
analyzing data-making predictions, and even automating complex tasks.
Wow.
These LLMs could potentially revolutionize industries, ranging from finance to healthcare to manufacturing.
That would change so much.
Yeah, it would.
Oh.
Yeah, and those are just a couple of examples, but I bet there are countless other ways businesses could utilize this technology.
Yeah, definitely. And we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But as with any powerful technology,
Yeah.
there's some important considerations to keep in mind.
Right. Even if we aren't quite at the singularity yet, this rapid advancement of AI does raise some questions about its long-term impact.
Well, one key area to consider is the potential impact on the workforce.
Right.
As these LLMs become more sophisticated,
Yeah.
they could automate tasks that are currently performed by humans, leading to concerns about job displacement.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. I mean, it's something we've seen with automation in other industries.
Right, but it's important to remember that technological advancements throughout history have often created new jobs
Oh,
and industries even as they displaced others.
so it's not necessarily a doom and gloom scenario.
Not at all. The key is to adapt and prepare for the changing landscape.
Okay.
We need to focus on developing skills that complement AI rather than trying to compete with it.
That makes sense. Instead of fearing AI, we should learn how to work alongside it and harness its power to enhance our own capabilities.
Exactly. There's a real opportunity to create a future where humans and AI collaborate.
Wow.
To achieve greater efficiency, solve complex problems, and drive innovation.
Now, one of the things that fascinates me about self-evolving LLMs is their potential to accelerate scientific discovery.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The article mentions that these models could analyze vast amounts of data and identify patterns that humans might miss,
Right.
leading to breakthroughs in fields like medicine, climate science, and even space exploration.
It's an exciting prospect.
It is.
Imagine an AI that can analyze the human genome and identify potential treatments for genetic diseases.
Wow.
Or one that can model climate patterns and help us develop solutions to combat climate change.
Those are some pretty lofty goals, but it seems like with the power of self-evolving LLMs, those kinds of breakthroughs might not be so far-fetched.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this technology. It has the potential to amplify our collective intelligence
Right.
and help us tackle challenges that have long seemed insurmountable.
But of course, there are always challenges along the way.
Right.
The development and deployment of any transformative technology come with inherent risks.
Absolutely. And it's crucial that we approach these advancements with a sense of responsibility and caution.
Yeah.
One of the challenges is ensuring that these self-evolving LLMs are developed and used in a safe and ethical manner.
So what steps can be taken to mitigate those risks? I know this is a rapidly evolving field, but are there any frameworks or guidelines in place?
There's certainly a growing awareness of the importance of responsible AI development.
Okay.
Researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders are actively working to establish ethical guidelines and best practices for the development and deployment of AI systems.
So it's not just a free-for-all with everyone racing to create the most powerful AI without considering the consequences.
Not quite. There's a recognition that we need to balance innovation with responsibility.
Okay, good.
Some of the key areas of focus include transparency, accountability, and fairness in AI systems.
Okay, can you elaborate on those a bit? What does it mean to have transparency and accountability in AI?
So transparency means being able to understand how an AI system makes decisions,
Okay.
what data it's using, and how its algorithms work.
Okay.
This is crucial for building trust and ensuring that AI systems are used in a fair and unbiased way.
So you should be able to look under the hood, so to speak, and see what's driving the AI's decision-making process. Right.
That makes sense. And what about accountability?
Accountability is about establishing clear lines of responsibility for the actions and decisions made by AI systems.
Okay.
If an AI system makes a mistake or causes harm, who is held responsible?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Is it the developers, the users, or the AI itself?
Wow.
These are complex questions that require careful consideration.
It's almost like a legal gray area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Determining liability when AI is involved can be pretty tricky.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations now, as this technology is still in its early stages.
Yeah.
We need to develop clear frameworks and regulations that address these emerging challenges.
Now, you mentioned fairness as another key area of concern.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain why that's so important in the context of AI?
AI systems are trained on vast amounts of data.
Right.
And if that data reflects existing biases in society,
Yeah.
the AI system can perpetuate those biases, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. So if an AI system used for hiring decisions was trained on data that showed a preference for male candidates,
Right.
it could potentially continue that pattern even if those biases were unintentional.
Precisely. And that's why it's crucial to ensure that the data used to train AI systems is diverse, representative, and free from harmful biases.
It seems like there's a lot to consider as we move forward with AI development.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology itself, but also about the ethical and societal implications.
You're absolutely right. The future of AI is not just a technological question, it's a human question.
Okay.
We need to approach these advancements with both a sense of wonder and a deep understanding of their potential impact on our lives and our society.
Well, speaking of impact, the article also touches on the idea that self-evolving LLMs could be a stepping stone towards something even bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
AGI is the concept of AI that can truly think and learn like humans,
Okay.
with a wide range of cognitive abilities and the ability to solve problems across different domains.
So it's not just about AI being really good at specific tasks,
Yeah.
but about it having a more general intelligence that rivals our own.
Exactly. While self-evolving LLMs are a significant step in that direction,
Uh-huh.
AGI remains a long-term goal, and there's still much debate about whether and how we can achieve it.
That's where we really get into the realm of science fiction, don't we? Thinking about AI that can reason, plan, and solve problems as well as, or even better than humans do. It's both fascinating and a little bit unsettling.
It certainly is, and that's why it's essential to have open and honest conversations about the potential implications of AGI,
Right.
both positive and negative.
Yeah.
We need to consider the ethical, philosophical, and even existential questions that arise when we contemplate the possibility of creating machines
Oh.
that could surpass our own intellectual capabilities.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around.
It is.
But it's clear that we're on a journey of incredible discovery and innovation in the field of AI.
We are indeed, and it's a journey that we're all taking together. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something that we're actively shaping through our choices, our research, and our engagement with this transformative technology.
Wow, it really feels like we're at like a turning point, you know?
Yeah.
And the evolution of AI, this whole conversation has been incredibly eye-opening.
It is a pivotal moment, and it's exciting to see where this technology will lead us.
So for our listeners who are just as fascinated by this topic as we are, what are some key takeaways they can walk away with?
I think the biggest takeaway is that self-evolving LLMs have the potential to fundamentally change the way we interact with and utilize AI.
Okay.
They can make AI more accessible, adaptable, and potentially even more intelligent.
It's like AI is finally breaking free from those limitations we've always associated with it.
In a way, yes. But as we've discussed, with that newfound freedom comes a greater responsibility to ensure these advancements are guided by careful consideration and a focus on responsible development.
Right, we can't just unleash powerful AI without thinking about the potential consequences. So where can our listeners go to learn more about this, to stay informed and engaged in this rapidly evolving field?
Well, this Geeky Gadgets article is a great starting point,
Yeah.
providing a solid overview of self-evolving LLMs and the key developments in the industry.
Okay.
I'd encourage listeners to check out the links and resources provided within the article as well.
Yes, there are links to other articles, research papers, and even some videos that delve deeper into specific aspects of this technology.
Another valuable resource is the AI research community itself.
Oh, right.
There are numerous online forums, blogs, and publications where experts share their insights and discuss the latest advancements.
And for those who really want to get their hands dirty,
Yeah.
there are even open source AI projects and platforms where you can experiment with these technologies yourself.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's an incredible time to be interested in AI because there's so many ways to learn and get involved.
Yeah, this deep dive has definitely sparked my curiosity.
Good.
I'm sure our listeners are feeling that same sense of wonder and excitement about the future of AI.
I hope so. The possibilities are truly vast, and it's an exciting time to be witnessing these advancements unfold.
Well, on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of self-evolving LLMs.
It's been a fascinating discussion, and I appreciate you having me on to explore this groundbreaking technology.
The pleasure was all mine. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. As we've learned today, the future of AI is being written right now, and it's up to all of us to shape it responsibly and thoughtfully.